Have you seen this ad on TV? Not a regular TV. I see it on Amazon Prime. There is an ad for a new Kit Kat candy,
Hmm.
and the ad starts with the big like box of the candy, and it says like, "Hey, would you like some cat kit?" And the person goes like, "What? What's a cat kit?" And the other person says, "Oh, sorry, it's a mix-up. I'm actually offering you a new Kit Kat." And apparently there's a new kind of candy from this brand.
Okay.
But the thing is that when you hear cat kit, your brain kind of like,
Malfunctions?
malfunctions and kind of like cringes.
Yeah.
And this is so weird. Got me thinking about the rhythm of those some words like TikTok, like flip flop, and
Hmm.
so many other examples that if you flip them, it's like, what is
What does that
happening?
mean?
Yeah.
I have never seen that commercial. I don't have Amazon Prime.
Okay.
But in terms of other adverts, like I haven't seen that commercial, but I think that I would be just as confused. If somebody were to just randomly tell me cat kit,
Uh,
I would have I would have a little bit of a brain malfunction for sure.
it's like, what are we talking about
And
here?
you're right. Yeah. So these things are called binomials,
Uh-huh,
right? They're
uh-huh.
just kind of like these, well, we'll talk about it later, but you're right. When you got two words that naturally go together
Mm-hmm.
and they are changed, the order is changed, it does kind of lose its meaning in my head. I you have to think for a second for your brain to process, ah, that's what you're talking about.
Exactly. And it's
Yes.
kind of like glitch in the
Yeah. Yeah,
matrix.
yeah,
You're
yeah.
like, okay, I know what this is. I know these words, but like something is
I've
wrong
I've
with
heard
them.
this somewhere before, but
Yeah.
something feels wrong.
And this is so interesting because this thing actually goes way back if we're talking about the development of the language and the linguistic stuff,
Yeah.
because there is actually an explanation for this about the rhythm and sound of these words, why we
Yeah.
say tick-tock and not talk-tick, why we say crisscross and not cross-crace,
Black and white,
chit-chat, black and white, and
pros
so
and
on and so
cons. Yeah.
forth. Exactly.
Why do we say black and white? Why not white and black?
Yeah,
Why do we
good
say
question.
why do we say pros and cons and not cons and pros?
I cannot even
It
say
sounds
something
weird. Yeah, it
exactly.
sounds really
And it
weird.
takes me an effort
Yeah.
to actually say them the wrong
Yes.
way,
You're right.
right?
You're right.
So we wanted to take you on a little linguistic journey and tell you a little bit about these types of words, about the binomials,
Yes.
and tell you why this sounds so weird if you flip them. You can try this. You can guys pause and try and say like some of the common expressions like the other way around. So actually, this thing goes way back in the
Hmm.
development of the
Ooh,
language. It's
history
a yes,
lesson.
history
Okay, tell me.
lesson, and it's all about the ablaut reduplication.
A blout?
Ablaut
What is it? Okay,
reduplication.
what does that
Yes.
long word mean?
So, you know what's funny? Sorry, a little side note. A couple of episodes ago, we were talking about not importance of learning grammar terms, and
Yes.
here I am throwing them all over, like sprinkling them all over our episodes with
Hmm.
my about reduplications.
Well, just to go back to,
Hmm.
I know we talked about we don't need to know what grammar terms are. I will 100% forget what this is in about 10 minutes. So it's
Okay.
okay.
I will remind you, for some randomly. I'll be texting you during the night, Hannah,
What's
and
a
about
blout?
reduplication. See, you already repeated this word. So this is how you
Okay.
guys learn.
Okay, okay.
Anyway, so this is a linguistic rule, and it says that in the English language, when a word is repeated with the vowel that is changed in the middle of the word, I or sound should go first because it's a high vowel. And the second vowel, which is a low vowel, should go next, should go
Ah.
after that.
So like ah.
Exactly. So
Ooh.
about the high vowels and low vowels, it's
Okay.
about like what Hannah just demonstrated. It's like how the position of your tongue in your mouth. If when you pronounce it, your tongue is at the top of the roof of your mouth, it's
Mm-hmm.
like then it's the high
Ah.
vowel. And or it's like at the bottom, so it's a low
Okay.
vowel. So this rule says that when you have two words that repeat itself with just changing the middle letter, let's say the vowel,
Yeah.
A or the high vowel should go first. And that's the explanation, guys. That's the
So
whole thing about reduplication.
very interesting.
Yeah,
I have
so
learned something new.
thus the examples that we started with, like flip, flop, tick, tock,
Kit Kat.
kit. Amazing. See, I even forgot about this one. Kit Kat and crisscross and so many other examples that we
Okay.
can talk about.
So this rule is specifically for when you're using almost the exact same word,
Exactly. When
just the
only
vowels are different.
van Babel, where only one vowel is different.
Okay.
But there are some other things.
Of course. Other
Yes,
rules. Yeah, but
other
okay,
rules.
I'm trying to think of other examples. So you've got TikTok, Kit Kat,
Kit
which is
Kat,
again, which makes it so
chit chat.
pleasing to say,
Uh-huh.
right?
Ding dong. I
Ding
love
dong.
ding
Yeah,
dong.
yeah, yeah. Oh
Mhm.
my gosh, imagine saying dong ding.
Oh,
I feel like it's more effort to
it
say
is
it.
more effort.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that makes so much zigzag.
Zigzag is amazing
Hip hop.
example. Hip hop. There you go.
We don't say
Yeah.
hop hip, and it feels like you're making more of an effort to say it. It's
Yes.
easier to say
Hmm.
zigzag or hip
Hmm.
hop or Kit Kat.
Yeah. I
Interesting.
guess the same can be said about tic-tac-toe, the game.
Tic-tac-toe,
Yeah.
it-a-o, yeah.
E-A-O. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's the thing about the about reduplication.
Okay. I actually have learned something new. This is a nice fun fact. This is
Yeah.
gonna be like a little trivia fact that
It's
I
this thing I came across an article somewhere in Linguistic Nerds. We both
sure,
love linguistic
sure.
nerds, so it's not something that I learned sometime at a university. It's also like a piece of like trivia
Yeah, yeah,
information,
yeah.
that I have in my brain that
Just a personal interest
exactly
that
just
you
a
have.
personal interest, just sometimes like a party trick, like, oh, by the way, did you know? And they're like, oh, who invited her?
That's so funny. Well, okay. So this is a good rule, or this is a good reason for why you have these certain binomials,
Uh-huh.
but these are only for the same words
Very
with only the
simple.
vowel
Yes.
changed. However, there are so many other binomials
Uh-huh.
out there
Uh-huh.
where this is not the case, right?
This is
So
not the case, but there are rules
there
too.
are rules. Okay,
Hmm.
so I remember that earlier I think I said black and white.
Black and white.
Yes.
Yep.
And so why would we say black and white instead of white and black?
Uh-huh.
Or if we're thinking black and white, why do we say salt and pepper instead of pepper and salt?
Pepper and salt
Salt
just
is
makes my brain itch.
salt is white and pepper is
Hmm.
black.
Hmm.
Why don't we say black and white, pepper and salt?
Oh, okay. There is a reason
There
for it.
is a reason.
Yeah.
What's the reason?
The reason is that in this type of expressions,
Binomials.
binomials, yes, we're getting there, guys. We've been throwing this word a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
In these types, the rule goes that the shorter word goes first.
Okay.
Salt and pepper. Salt is shorter
Yeah.
than pepper.
Black and white. I
Black and
guess, I
white.
mean, they're similar length, but I guess to say it is
Yeah,
easier.
white,
Black.
black. I guess the black just like black
Blah.
falls out of your mouth like black.
This is a very good, strict reason as to why we have this.
Yeah, but there are some other things that I wanted to mention for some other things, also in these like paired
Yeah.
words that you often use together, that sometimes it's the rule where you have the vowel changing.
Uh-huh.
Another rule is about the shorter word goes first. But also there are things like logic or sequence of things, like first and foremost.
That's very true.
Yeah, so here in first and foremost, two rules apply. First of all, it's like the sequence, right? Like first always goes first, and
Yeah.
foremost is like goes after.
Yeah.
But also first is shorter.
Shorter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That so logic and sweet sequence, we can also say like cause and effect because the cause happens
Beautiful
first
example.
and then
Exactly.
effect
Yeah.
the effect happens
Yeah.
after the
So
cause.
here's the logic. You won't say
Effect
I
and cause.
cannot
Can't even say it.
cannot even say that. Yeah.
Okay.
Anything else?
That makes sense. Law and order.
Law and order.
You need
Which
the
one would
law.
that be?
The law would happen first, and then
Yes.
the order has to come after the
Good.
law.
Also, law is shorter than the order.
That's true.
So maybe
Okay,
that's the, yeah.
multiple rules apply, I
Yeah.
guess. Yeah.
There is also a rule. I mean, we're going like way deep into the nerd stuff,
Yeah.
but there's also the thing about importance
Mm-hmm.
and power. Like you would say something, life or death.
Yeah.
You don't say death or life.
Yeah. Oh, that's weird.
That's
That
very
sounds really
weird.
weird.
It's like life is more important, so you would put it there.
Rich and poor, like the rich and the poor.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just wonder like it's about the power, I guess,
I
more than
guess.
importance.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
Rich and
Okay.
poor.
So I guess that we are finally coming to talk about the binomials.
Yes. I mean, we gave so many of the
We
rules.
gave so many
I
of the
mean,
rules.
pretty much all the rule. I mean, I don't know if they're
Mm-hmm.
all the rules, but
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe we rewind a little bit and talk about what are binomials.
Yes.
And there's so many different areas of why, like how we use binomials,
Uh-huh.
right? So binomials. Bi, of course, we know is a prefix for two. Bi means two. So binomials is when we take two words and they are kind of conjoined. They're
Uh-huh.
used as one thing or one
Unit.
unit, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the time, binomials are separated with a conjunction,
Mm-hmm.
but not always.
Not
Like we
always.
said, tick tock, ding dong,
Mm-hmm.
these are not separated with a conjunction.
Mm-hmm.
They're just kind of paired together. But a lot of binomials like rich and poor, black and white, salt and
Law and
pepper,
order.
they're used with and or
Mm-hmm.
something like that, right? So
Okay, sometimes.
it's a type of, I guess it's like a colloquialism because these are two words that are very commonly used in the English language, but they're always used in pairs
Mm-hmm.
together. And they would sound weird if you were to pair them with something else or
Mm-hmm.
to sometimes like use them alone, right? So, yeah, these are basically what binomials
Yeah,
are.
and I would say that some of them can be like idiomatic expression
Sure.
because they don't, some of them are very logical, like whatever you say, they mean this.
Yes.
But there are others that don't have the actual meaning of the words.
Yeah.
They have like some hidden context,
True. True.
like an idiom.
Yeah.
Yes. So we wanted to talk to you guys about some common binomials or common pair words. You know what? Let's call them besties because again, we were just talking about like not over uh,
Using
not overload our students with grammar terms, and now we're throwing them all
just
over.
linguistic duos,
Linguistic, oh, I love
partners,
it.
partners in
Partners,
crime,
besties. Yeah,
besties.
linguistic besties.
Yes.
So some of them. And the first one, maybe because I'm hungry, comes to mind is bread and butter.
Mm-hmm.
Again, if you guys try to pause and say it like in the other order, it would sound so weird in your head.
Butter and
Also,
bread.
like, yeah, edible, but very questionable,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's like bread and butter, you have a lot of bread and a little bit of butter spread on top. But if you say butter and bread, it seems like you have like this
I'm imagining
huge
a
block
block
of
of
butter.
butter and just slapping a piece of bread on top. That's
No,
true.
we don't want that. We don't
It's
want
the
that.
sequence. You have bread first and then you have the butter.
There you go.
Yeah.
Thank you. See, sequence and also logic. So
And it's
bread,
idiomatic.
it's idiomatic, exactly, because bread and butter means your main source of income.
Yes.
So where you work and how you earn your bread and butter. So you
Yeah.
would say something like, "Oh my God, like this is my bread and butter."
This job is
Talking
my bread
about
and butter.
exactly. I said it, and I'm like it doesn't explain anything. Yeah. Like, yeah, thank you so much, Hannah, for helping me out. Like, my job is my bread and butter. I
Exactly.
don't have any extra income. Like, this is my main source of income.
This is where I get my money. Yeah.
Yeah,
This is where I make my
a
money.
very good one.
What about, trial and error?
I love this
Trial and
expression.
error is a really nice expression, and we use this expression to talk about, when you do something and you learn by making
Hmm.
mistakes. So you try one thing, that doesn't work. Okay, you try another thing, make a mistake, and you keep trying until you get the result that you want.
Exactly.
And feel
Like
confident.
us first setup of our podcast microphones, not these ones, the old ones, that was trial
The
and error.
trial and error,
Yeah, trying to play with the soundboard and stuff.
as
So
a lot of things are in life. A
exactly.
lot of
True.
stuff
So
in life
true.
is trial and error. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Another one that I really like is give or take or
Yeah.
give and take. Sometimes you can meet them in different variations. And to give or take or give and take means to compromise. So it's not always that you're going to be taking and not giving anything back. Again, because Hannah said that this is life and so many things in life. So that's also a very, I would say, life
A lot of
situation.
life lessons we're learning
Ye-
here
Yes.
today.
So give and take means to compromise on something. To
Yeah,
get something, you need to give something.
exactly.
Mhm.
And we use it to talk about relationships a lot, right?
Yeah.
The key thing in a relationship is give and take.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
that's an important thing. I mentioned this earlier, but pros and cons,
Pros and cons, classic.
like the advantages and the disadvantages, or the pluses and the negatives.
Mhm.
So you'll hear a lot of, okay, so what are the pros and cons of going through with this decision?
Mm-hmm.
Or what are the pros and cons of, I don't know, living in Canada or
Living in
things like that. So
Canada.
you
Yeah.
just think about what are the good things, what are the bad things?
And if you were or are an ESL student, I guess that you definitely had some exercise in the classroom where your teacher would divide the board in two parts, write down pros and cons of like, I don't know, when you're getting ready for debates,
Yeah.
maybe,
Yeah,
and you need to come up with some ideas, so you can do that.
that's right.
Write pros and cons. Yeah. And another one that I really, really like is peace and quiet.
Yes.
Peace and quiet speaks for itself. This is exactly what it means. Peace and quiet means calm, not noisy, very chill atmosphere when you
Mm-hmm.
can just relax and enjoy whatever things you're doing in peace and quiet.
That's right.
Yeah,
What about now and then?
I like
So
this one.
it can literally mean now and then back then.
Mm-hmm.
So this happens now and then it happens back then. But another way that we use this expression is to mean sometimes.
Yes.
It means sometimes.
Yeah,
So how
now and
often,
then.
yeah,
Oh, this is
how often do you, I don't know, eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches? I eat them every now and then.
uh-huh.
So this is a really common way of using
Yeah,
now and then
now
as
and
an
then.
expression.
Yeah, and this one actually does not mean exactly what the words say.
Exactly.
So there is like a little like idiomatic subcontext
Yeah,
to it. Yeah.
exactly.
Another very popular expression is safe and sound. I love it so much. This one is also, I guess, kind of idiomatic.
Yeah.
However, I guess that the word sound does have a meaning of like being in a good health. So
Yes.
maybe it does mean whatever it means. So if someone is safe and sound, it means that they're completely safe, they are unharmed, they're in good health.
Yes.
Like, I don't know, if you have some friends who live in a country where it's just been like a tornado or some like crazy hurricane, and you're in touch with them and they can tell you we're safe and sound.
Yes.
All good.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's just another way to say I'm safe or I'm
I'm safe.
okay,
Mm-hmm.
but it's a really common binomial that we
Mm-hmm.
use
Yeah.
in everyday language. Another really common binomial that we use is short and sweet. Again,
It's a good one, but so sad.
yeah, but it basically just means when something is brief, very
Mhm.
brief, very short, but we say, okay, that was short and sweet.
Yeah.
Let's keep this conversation short and sweet.
Yeah. In my brain, for whatever reason, I have association with another expression. It was good while it lasted.
I feel like it has a little more positive connotation than that, but
But like that is what my
it was
brain has.
good while it lasted.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay,
Mm-hmm.
sure.
Another one that comes to mind is about ups and downs.
Mm,
This one is self-explanatory. You're going to have your ups when you're up high, very successful, things are going your way. And then you have your downs
Yeah.
when things are going south or going downhill
Yeah.
and things are not very good. So ups and downs, it means
Tumultuous.
like, sorry,
Tumultuous.
tumultuous, or it means like the mix of good and bad times.
Yeah. Yeah.
A very commonly used, I'd say.
Yeah. And a lot of binomials, they use this type of thing back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
You use the opposites of each other to explain something.
Yeah.
So when we say, again, pros and cons,
Mm-hmm.
ups and downs, back and forth,
Back and forth.
black and white,
Mm-hmm.
right? So a lot of the times there's two completely opposite things on the spectrum that are used together to
Mm-hmm.
express that there is a spectrum of
Yeah.
something, right?
Yeah.
Um,
So what about back and forth? Very
Back
commonly
and
used.
forth, yeah, it just means going in one direction and then going in the opposite
Yeah,
direction.
like a pendulum, like
I was telling you last weekend I had plans. So I had one plan on one side of the city, and then I had my second plan on the opposite side of the city, and then I had my next plan on the other side of the
hmm
to the other side of the city. So I was telling you I was going back and forth the entire day,
Yeah,
or I
the
had to go
entire
back and
day.
forth the entire day. So
hmm
that's a way that you would use that.
Yeah. Also, we can say that it was that day for you was hustle and
It
bustle.
was hustle and bustle. Yeah, yeah.
Hustle and bustle is another expression, another binomial that means being very busy or having like some noisy activity. So, especially if you're so like Hannah's day when she had to go from one activity to a party and then to another meeting, it was hustle and bustle. Or in my mind, this is the expression, this expression associates with kids' party when you're at a
Mm-hmm.
party where
Mm-hmm.
there are a lot of kids just like running around and like yelling and doing whatever stuff. So it's a true hustle and bustle.
Yes. And in that situation, you really want some peace and quiet.
You really want some peace and quiet. Yeah.
Well, speaking of hustle and bustle, there's a lot of binomials that are used because they rhyme,
Uh-huh.
right? So hustle,
Good.
bustle, they rhyme. There's also wine and dine.
Wine and
Yes,
dine.
you've
Good
heard this before.
one.
Wine and
Yeah.
dine is when you want to kind of entertain someone or you're like treating somebody really nice. So you say you wine and you dine them. So like I guess literally it means you're giving them wine and dinner and
Mm-hmm.
treating them to these types of things, but it means to entertain, buying somebody a very nice meal or
Yeah.
something. So I'm wining and dining my clients this weekend or something
Okay.
like that.
Yeah. Wine and dine. I would like some wine and dine.
Yes.
Yeah. We should go for some wine and dine.
Yeah, we definitely should.
Yeah.
Surf and turf.
Surf and turf.
Again,
Yes.
a rhyming one. So surf and turf is what it's a type of meal where you have meat and seafood. So surf is in the ocean, right? So
Uh-huh.
that's seafood, like lobster. And then turf is on land.
It's
So it's
land.
like a steak. So
Yeah.
when you have like steak and shrimp or steak and lobster in a meal, you call it surf and turf.
Oh,
Hungry.
I'm hungry too. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so all of these things we were talking about use connecting binomials with and,
Mm-hmm.
but we also have some binomials that are connected with the word or,
With the word
right?
or.
Okay, so
Yes.
do we have some
And
examples?
yes, I do. And actually, I was thinking about us being very hungry, but sooner or later, we're gonna eat,
Yeah,
okay? We're gonna have dinner. Maybe not wine and dine, but we're gonna have it. This is
sooner or
another
later.
expression very commonly used,
Yeah.
sooner or later. And I guess that it's self-explanatory, but it
Hmm.
means that it's like eventually this will happen. It
Yeah.
might happen tomorrow, it might happen like in a week or in a year, but it will happen eventually,
Yeah.
sooner or later.
I
hmm
also really like the one more or less.
More or
It
less.
just means about or
hmm
approximately, kind of, right?
hmm
More or less. We said give or take.
Give or
You could
take.
say give or take, give and take, but give or take means again
Like,
approximately.
yeah, plus minus.
Yeah.
Yeah, like give or take. Uh-huh. Another one with or that I really like is an expression, is a binomial sink or swim.
Ooh, yeah.
And I have a little story about this one. I do not remember. I guess that it's used in one of the songs by Linkin Park.
Mm-hmm.
And I grew up listening to Linkin Park when I was a teenager, and my English was non-existent. But in one of the songs, the lead singer, he sings sink or swim,
Mm-hmm.
but because he pronounces it like he doesn't say sink or swim, it's a song. He's singing, so it sounds like sink or swim. And I was always thinking like, what is a sinker? Like why
Mm,
it's like I know swim, right? Everybody knows that, but like what's a
what's a
sinker?
sinker?
Yeah. And now when I listen to that song again, I don't remember what the song is, but definitely Linkin Park. And now I'm like, okay, it's sink or swim. So this is
Nice.
another binomial, very good one. And sink or swim means fail or succeed by your own effort.
Yeah.
So you're doing whatever you have to do. So you're going either sink, like go down, you're going either fail, or you're gonna swim. You're gonna
Succeed.
succeed.
That's right. That's
Mm-hmm.
right. There's also one that I like, all or nothing.
All or nothing.
Also, you're talking about songs. One of my, okay, this, when I was in high school, I was a huge baby, what is it? What are they called again? Bubblegum pop people. Like I loved pop groups. I loved boy bands. I was a huge fan of, Backstreet Boys, NSYNC. One of my favorite groups was O-Town. And
Uh-huh.
O-Town, one of their most famous songs is All or Nothing. It's called
Uh-huh.
All or Nothing. And it basically they're talking about a relationship and in a, you know, you keep giving me kind of hot and cold messages. I either want all of you or nothing.
Yes.
So that's basically what all or nothing means. It's like I want it completely or I don't want it at all.
Mm-hmm.
Is
Mm-hmm.
one of those.
That's a
Yeah.
great one. Yeah. I also like the binomial that goes ride or die.
Ride or die.
Ride or
They're my ride or
die.
die.
Yeah, and you use this one to describe a person that is so close to you. You love them so much. They can be your friend, they can be your partner, but this is the person that you're gonna do anything for. You're gonna ride or die for them.
The good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yeah, good one. Like
Okay.
ride or die.
Another type of binomial that we still haven't spoken about yet is the repetition ones. So it's
Mm-hmm.
just when the binomial, like you just basically use the same word to, I guess, emphasize the thing that you want to say. So
Yeah,
again and again.
again and again.
Also, speaking about songs, there's a very popular boy Korean, well, back then they were popular Korean boy band, and one of their most famous songs was called Again and Again. And it
Mm-hmm.
just basically just went again and again and again and again. Anyway, again and again just means frequently.
Mm-hmm.
Again and again and again, and
Good
very
one.
commonly used.
Yeah, another one that comes to mind is little by little.
Little by little,
Little by little means gradually. Something can be improving little by little,
bit by bit,
bit by bit,
same meaning.
same meaning,
Step by
step
step,
by step.
same meaning.
Yeah, well,
Another
it's,
popular song, step. A
yeah.
lot of binomials in song titles
I
and
guess it
lyrics
makes sense again because of the rhythm that we were
because they
talking
sound
about.
good.
Yes.
Yes, onomatopoeias.
Onomatopoeia.
Yeah,
Yeah, that thing. Yeah.
nice.
Amazing. So I have a little challenge for you.
Okay,
So I have prepared a little list of binomials because we also have them in my first
yeah,
languages. So I have translated them word for word from my first languages. I'm gonna tell you the translation, and
okay,
I want you to try and guess what they mean.
okay,
Because some of them are pretty self-explanatory. Some of them are very funny, and some of them are very weird, I should say. Okay, so
okay.
which
Let's do
one do
it.
you want? The fun one or the weird one?
Let's start with a weird one.
Okay, let's start with the
I
weird
want a
one.
weird
So
one.
the weird one goes blood with milk.
Blood with milk.
Yes, it's a binomial in my first language.
Oh my gosh.
And
And
it's
and
not
there's
so
a there's a
good.
meaning there's a meaning of
There
it.
is a meaning to it, and I know the English equivalent actually.
Is it an idiom? So it's an idiomatic kind of
Yes,
expression?
it is definitely an idiomatic expression because I
Does it
think
mean, okay, does it mean to kind of maybe soften something or make something nicer? I'm thinking milk, like when you add milk to coffee, it makes it
uh-huh.
creamier.
I would give you a hint. You would describe a person using this.
They are like blood with milk.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I can't even.
Ugh.
I give up. I don't know. I have no idea. What does it mean?
Okay, so blood with milk, you use this to describe usually a young girl who is just so beautiful. She's just like shining from the inside. She has a very beautiful and healthy skin.
Okay.
She's just like full of health and energy. And the English equivalent is peaches and cream.
Okay.
Maybe it's from British English.
But peaches and cream doesn't have an idiomatic expression. It
But
just
do
means
you
peaches.
describe someone? No,
No.
it's to describe
Yeah, we
someone.
don't use peaches and cream to
Okay,
describe.
so maybe it's a British one, but
Okay.
we use this one when you call someone, she's like blood with milk. It means that she looks so nice, she's so healthy, her hair, her
Is
skin.
it like a vampire thing?
No, not a
No?
vampire thing.
Interesting.
No, that's
Okay.
what you describe. And actually, when you say it like when I have to translate it into English, I hear how weird and gross it sounds. But when we use
Yeah.
it in my first language, it sounds fine.
Because it's
When
a
you're
common
exactly,
binomial.
yeah.
Okay, okay, got it.
Okay, now the fun one. We say laughter and sin.
Laughter and sin.
Mm-hmm.
The good and the bad, like the happy and the sad. Is that
Uh,
laughter and sin?
yes.
What's can you give me context? So,
Yeah,
or a
but if I
sentence, a sentence.
okay, so if I give you a sentence, I guess that you'll be able to guess it, I hope. So like, oh my God, yesterday one of my students fell from their chair in the class. It was laughter and sin.
Okay, it's like when you're laughing at some sort of misfortune.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes, but usually you would laugh at like some minor misfortune, not
Okay.
like when somebody dies, God forbid, and
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
laughing for whatever reason. But like when somebody like, I don't know, slips and falls, but
Yeah.
they're fine.
And you
But
laugh.
still like it was funny. So
It's
you'd say
laughter and
like, oh
sin.
my God, laughter and sin.
Okay.
And I have the last one, bread and salt.
Bread and salt.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe two things that don't go well, like things that do not go together.
Mm-mm.
It's like we say water and oil.
No.
No?
Mm-mm. It's
Wa
something good actually,
bread
bread
and
and
salt.
salt.
Like a little, okay, so maybe it means if it's a good thing, but maybe it's like the icing on the cake sort of thing. Like the extra nice little seasoning you need to make a situation good. No?
Not really. I'm gonna give you a little of like historical context,
Okay.
I guess, that in the past, I guess all over the world, salt was a very valuable commodity.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you give someone bread and salt in your house, it means that you're a very good host.
Oh.
We use it to describe a good hospitality.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait, so how would
So
you use it?
normally you would meet even like way in the past when people were coming to your house and you would greet them with some bread and salt, meaning that like I'm giving you very valuable things.
I
So some
see.
food like bread and salt, which was very
Like
expensive.
pulling out all the
You know.
stops to
Yeah,
make you
yeah,
feel welcome.
yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
interesting. I would have to say it took my Korean is very rusty. I had to do a little bit of research. I wasn't even sure if binomials existed in Korean,
Uh-huh.
although it's kind of common sense that it would. I feel
Uh-huh.
like that's just a really common thing. But yeah, there are binomials in Korean. Again, I don't know specific details of ones that might be idiomatic, but we have similar things like push and pull, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like we oh, also when we talk about like dating,
Oh,
again, I guess this is the context of the
okay.
situation and the time when I was living in Korea, but 밀당, it means push and pull, but in a relationship, it means it's like the game that you play when you're dating.
You're hot, then
You're hot,
you're
then you're
cold.
cold, and
Yes,
yes, and
then
you're
you're
no.
no.
Okay, yeah, exactly. So there's a little bit of like playing the game, there's a little pushing and pulling involved. So it literally just means push pull.
Mm-hmm.
There's also hold on, let me find. There were a few others that I had noted. Right, left. They say just right, left. It's literally putting something left to right.
Ah,
There's also
sorry, what?
like left and right. When you say something is like left, when you talk about direction, they just say like left and right,
Oh, okay.
basically.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's so this is a cultural thing, but we say son hube, so seniors and juniors. So
Okay.
in Korea, there's always kind of a hierarchical structure when it comes to school or work. So people who are older, first older, or second have more experience than
And
you, they're called
seniority.
seniors.
Uh-huh.
And then juniors are the people that are kind of
Mm-hmm.
below. So we use that expression 선후배 to mean the,
Everybody?
yeah, like just the seniority, talking about seniority. So it's seniors and juniors.
Oh,
But it's a
okay.
really common expression that we use. And then, yeah, like very similar things, push, pull, die or live. Um,
Die live. So see,
they say die, live
interestingly,
instead of,
die, okay,
yeah,
goes first.
men, woman, young, old. They use as just like a for one character for each one.
And it
So
means like everyone?
it means men, woman, young, and old. Yeah, everyone.
Okay. Because we
Basically,
use for this one, I thought that we have another one that we say old and young,
yeah.
and it means like everyone. Everybody was
Oh, yeah,
participating.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly,
so I thought
exactly.
that
That's
mhm.
that's basically what it
Yeah.
means. But yeah,
Wow,
my
interesting.
Korean grammar and my Korean language knowledge is very limited, let's
But
say.
still, I really enjoyed this conversation. Thank you.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
if there are other oh, you know what? I would love to hear about binomials in other
Mhm.
languages. So let us know if you have any similarities with
Linguistic
English,
duos.
linguistic
Yeah.
duos, things like that. Give us a little ring-a-ding, a little ding-dong, for our email at eslpoducateme@gmail.com or come visit us on Instagram at PoducateMe.
And don't go anywhere because the Language Lab is coming right up next.
Bye!
Bye.
Stay tuned. We have the Language Lab coming up next.
Hello, friends, and welcome back to Language Lab, where words come in pairs and sometimes they refuse to be separated, like peanut butter and jelly.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
And in our last episode, we talked about binomials, which are those fixed word pairs that always show up in a specific order.
They totally do. And the first word that we have on our list is the word malfunction. And malfunction means when something stops working properly. It comes from French because mal means like
Bad.
bad. And so bad function, it's not working. Sometimes grammar malfunctions when your brain is not braining.
Yeah. Like system malfunction when your computer goes down,
Mhm.
we say that there's a malfunction or things like
Or the next word.
a glitch.
There you go.
Thank you. I had
It's
no idea.
also a kind of
I had
malfunction.
no idea where you were going with that. That was good. That was good. A glitch is a small temporary problem or error, kind of similar to a malfunction, but glitch is specifically talking about something small that happened. So I think that common expression, a glitch in the matrix,
I
right? Is that what you
just
were
say that.
thinking?
Yeah.
Yeah. They always say that there's a glitch in the matrix,
Yeah.
like little problem, a little tiny error or mistake.
Hmm.
Basically, it's just like a little whoopsies or uh-oh.
Uh-oh. The next one that we have on our list is a game which is called tic-tac-toe. And tic-tac-toe is a simple game played on a 3 by 3 grid, and you just like make this grid with like 9 cells.
Yeah.
And then you have to take turns and put like crosses in one and knots in the
X's
other
and
one.
O's, yeah.
Yeah, X's and O's. I believe that this is what they call it in Britain, knots and crosses.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So this is what we actually call it in my first
Oh,
language is knots and
okay.
crosses as
Yeah.
well.
And the whole point of the game is to get three in a row,
Yep.
essentially. Trivia. Little trivia facts are small, interesting facts, and they're really fun. Like, I
There.
love having random trivia in my back pocket just to kind of throw out
Yeah.
in regular conversation. And it's just one of those little, like, hey, did you know? And then you just kind of give out a really random fact about something.
And
It's fun.
sometimes they're like totally useless.
Well,
Yeah.
useless.
But it is a very nice party trick. Yeah.
Yes.
So party trick is our next expression, and a party trick is a fun skill that you can show off casually. Do you have a party trick?
I don't
You
really.
do. I remember which one. Yes, you told me about this when I was learning how to blind type, and you told me that it was one of your like party tricks
In the
in a
classroom.
classroom. Yes.
I'm a super fast typer and I
Uh-huh.
don't need to look at the keyboard when I
Yes.
type. So I would amaze my students by looking directly at them in the eye while typing something really quickly on the screen, and
Uh-huh.
they would just be mind blown by it.
It's a very
Yeah.
nice party trick. I don't think that I have any.
I have a couple like
Hmm.
physical things. Like I can bend my thumb is very flexible. Like I can touch my wrist to write
Oh,
with my
okay. I
thumb. So
can.
that's a little party trick.
Okay, I can touch my nose with my tongue.
Oh yeah,
Maybe that,
really?
yes.
Okay, there we
Not
go.
showing it here,
We
okay? So YouTube will not ban us, but
we have found our party tricks.
yes.
The next word is logic. We were talking about certain binomials following logic, and
Hmm.
logic is just basically reasoning. It's the kind of common sense way of thinking about something. So, yeah, other some binomials, they follow logic, or something is
Hmm.
logical. It means it makes sense.
It makes
Yeah.
sense. And if something follows logic, or maybe not follows logic, but have a very specific order, we can call it a sequence.
Yes.
So sequence, again, to repeat myself, is a very specific order of things. Sometimes it's logical, like the seasons, they go in a special sequence or the months,
Hmm.
but other things are just like random sequence.
Yeah. Foremost, and we use this with the binomial first and foremost. Foremost means most important. It means just it's the first thing in importance.
Mm-hmm.
That's essentially all it means. It's
Mm-hmm.
not commonly used alone. It is used very commonly just with that binomial
Mm-hmm.
first and foremost.
Totally true. Trial, very good word. And trial can have so many different meaning,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yes.
And one of them is a test. The other meaning is an attempt when you're trying to do something. I guess that all of them are coming from the word try. So
Hmm.
either you're attempting to do something or the times are trying you. So you're going through some kind of a trial. And also in the law and order. So the trial is this legal process
Yes.
where people are being tried in court
Yeah.
to see whether they are guilty or
Yeah.
innocent.
And these days, you may also hear it most commonly when you think of a trial period for a
Yeah,
subscription. So, for
gorgeous.
example, like, I don't know if I want to pay every single month for a Netflix
Mm-hmm.
subscription. Then what they will do a lot of the time is give you a trial period. So, a free trial for like 7 days. You can
Yeah.
use this for free
So
and
you can
yeah,
try.
yeah,
Yeah.
just to test it and see if you like it.
Perfect.
Yes. Compromise.
Oof.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about compromising sometimes. I do like to get my way, but
Uh-huh.
compromising is a way where when there are two people that are disagreeing, when one side kind of has to give up a little bit and other side has to give up a little bit to meet some sort of agreement, this is called a compromise. So it's like a solution to a problem, but usually both sides have to give something in.
Yeah. And a very good way to remember it, I mean, at least for myself, if you guys watch The Stranger Things, there was an episode where Hopper, like one of the main characters, he was teaching this girl, 11, I hope that you know, and he was telling her about the compromise and
Yeah.
she could not like comprehend the concept of it. And he was explaining it to her and he called it halfway happy. And I loved it so
Yeah,
much.
that's a good way to remember it.
Yeah,
Halfway happy.
halfway happy. And sometimes you don't get the halfway happy because you cannot compromise with something. And sometimes things can go south. And this is an expression which means to go wrong or fail. I wonder why. I've always, like, every time I come across this expression, I want to Google, like, the etymology, like, where it came from,
Yeah.
because, like, going south is awesome. Like, let's all go
I mean,
south.
I think it's just a matter of when you think about south, you mean down.
Like down,
It goes
maybe, yeah,
down. So
like downhill could
yes.
be.
So I
Yeah,
think that's
so
probably
going south means to go like wrong, like,
yes.
yeah,
This is a pretty common word, the next word, but I think it's good
it's
to
worth
it's
mentioning.
worth mentioning. Approximately. Approximately means something that is not exact. It just means about or around is it's a synonym of
Hmm.
both of those things.
Hmm. Sin. When I hear this word, I want to say it like this.
It is a religious
It
word.
is a religious word. And sin is an action that is considered wrong, mostly by the religious. society, community, and there are seven deathly
Deadly
sins.
sins. Yeah.
Deadly, yes, seven deadly sins. So yeah, but sometimes like you can use it to give some flavor to whatever you're talking about. It's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, you start your sentence with a preposition? That's a sin."
Sin. Yeah, exactly. It's more used as generally doing something
Yeah.
wrong, right? And speaking of religion,
Yeah.
our next expression has a little bit of religious
Mhm.
notes to it. God forbid. And when we say God forbid, it's just an expression to say, "Oh, like I hope that doesn't happen."
Mhm.
That's all it means. It's just a nice way to say, "Oh, I really hope that doesn't happen." Like
Mhm.
God forbid you say pepper and salt instead of salt and pepper. It's just an expression that
And let's talk about funny expressions. Icing on the
I
cake.
like it.
I like
It's
it too.
tasty.
It's tasty and it's a very good one because icing on the cake means an extra benefit that makes something even better. You have a cake, it's amazing.
Hmm.
But imagine you have an icing on the cake, which is even better.
Way better.
Way better. Hmm.
All right. Commodity. Something is a hot commodity. A commodity is something that is useful or valuable to you or anyone, right? So you
Hmm.
can say, like, for example, right now, what is a hot commodity these days? Oh, you know what I've noticed? Greek yogurt has become such a hot
Oh,
commodity.
yes.
They have become so expensive, and you
Very
can't
expensive.
find
Yeah.
every time I go to the grocery store. I don't know if it's the time that I'm going, but I just cannot find them. They're always out
Uh,
of Greek
I,
yogurt.
I can, I can still find it,
Oh,
and I guess that it became very popular because all over the internet,
yes.
people are making different
New
sauces and
new TikTok
seasonings.
trends, new
Sorry, not
recipes.
seasonings, dressings
Yeah.
to substitute mayo or some
A
other
lot of Greek
condiments.
yogurt recipes
Hmm.
out there. It really is a hot commodity.
Yeah, so people actually are pulling out all the stops to make their food taste better and healthier. And pulling out all the stops is our next expression, and it means doing everything possible to succeed. So nowadays, thank God, healthy um, nutrition
Yeah,
is promoted all over the internet. Everybody's talking about it. So people are trying their best to come up with some recipes that are tasty but also healthy.
that's right. That's right.
Mhm.
Next word is rusty. You know the word rust is an actual thing, and it is when the metal kind of gets old, and
Mhm.
it's the stuff that appears when metal gets old.
It's kind of
And
like
yeah,
oxidizes.
it like oxidizes. And so when you think about like a rusty nail or a rusty gear, it doesn't move in the smooth way that it's supposed to. And that is exactly the same as when we say something is rusty or I'm rusty at something. It means because I haven't practiced it for a really long time or I haven't done it in a really long time, I don't have that expert layer of skill that I
Mm-hmm.
used to. So you can say, for example, I was telling you, I started practicing the violin again,
Mm-hmm.
and I am very rusty. I'm
Mm-hmm.
like back to beginner mode
Yeah,
with the violin. Very rusty. I have to
good
practice more.
example. Mm-hmm. Hierarchy is another word that we have on our list, and hierarchy is a system where things are ranked. The first one that comes to my mind is an army. Imagine like an
Yes.
army, you have a general, then you have mayors, sergeants, colonels,
Soldiers.
blah,
I
soldiers.
have no idea.
Or if we are being more down to earth, think about the corporation where you work. You have the CEO, then you have some directors, then you have some managers, then you have some senior analysts,
Coordinators,
coordinators, and so on and so forth. So hierarchy is a kind of like a ladder, maybe I should say.
ranking
Yeah,
system.
ranking system.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, as we talked about, language is just full of patterns, and binomials are just one of them.
Yep, and you can question them, but you cannot change them.
Not really.
No.
No.
Uh-uh.
So keep listening, keep learning, and
Educate
educate
yourself.
yourself.